And today's gratuitous food shot is full English breakfast. Hi guys, thank you once again for dropping by, and I just want to tell you 2019 has been crap. It's been a festering heap of unending crumminess for me, and be warned, this video is going to mostly exist for me to have a good old moan about it. I do like to have a good old moan now and then. Now, I'm not a superstitious sort of person, but it turns out that this year being pretty lame was actually to be expected according to Chinese astrology. Which of course I don't believe in at all, but you know, it's been in my life from early childhood at least, and being born in the year of the pig, I mean the year of the boar. Much cooler, yeah. Year of the boar, representing. Is this in focus? Boar. Being born in the year of the boar, I was disappointed that when my year came around again, you know, this year was the year of the boar, I actually didn't have a great time. But yeah, turns out that was what could have been expected if you follow these kinds of horoscopes. Your own birth year apparently offends Tai Sui, the relevant divine entity, so bad luck was expected. Which means at least I didn't squander what I had previously thought was meant to be a good year, if I were superstitious, which I'm not, despite just going on about it at length, and still going. But yeah, this year has not been a very good one. A lot has been set in motion or prepared so that hopefully next year can be a really good one, but that's for next year. And we finished this year off with a death in the family. After a long sickness, my grandmother passed away. The funeral was on my birthday. You know, it was a long time coming and we expected it, but it's still extremely sad. And I guess that when I think about pretty much every year of my life up to now, things that I've achieved or that were finally wrapped up come to mind, even if the year might have been a tough one. Last year in 2018, I received my PhD after several years of hard work. My band put out an EP, I got a better job, and my third novel was published. The year before that, my second novel was published, and I bought my house. You know, things were happening. This year it just mostly felt like the momentum was taken out of my life, and I largely came grinding to a halt. Now obviously I know this is some first world problems stuff, you know. Being disappointed at not reaching those same levels of achievement every year is a bit dumb. And obviously there are people whose lives are so much worse than mine, who deserve to complain so much more than I do, and so many people would do anything to trade places with me. I do understand that. You know, I know, wow, poor me. But I'm still disappointed with the year, and disappointed with myself, and my lack of accomplishments, and you know, my own personal YouTube with 50 odd subscribers is probably a decent place to scream into the void about that. But yeah, I am aware that life could be so much worse, and is for hundreds of millions of people, and if by any chance you're watching this, please indulge this spoiled brat feeling sorry for himself. And yeah, I may not be feeling very proud of the year that just passed, but that doesn't mean I'm not in good spirits just now. You know, I'm home for the holidays with my family and I'm having a wonderful time, relaxing and feeling loved. One definite ray of brightness in this year is that my nephew was born and I met him for the first time, which was lovely. My childhood home is still a wonderful place to be, and for some reason there are extra chickens now. They belong to a new neighbour.
Got all them chickens.
We had a wonderful Christmas dinner, leaving me totally stuffed and very satisfied. And yesterday we went on a little drive to Brighton, where we saw the pavilion in all its eccentric glory. Then we went into the museum to see an exhibition of Japanese woodblock prints from such great names as Hokusai, Hiroshige, Utamaro, and Eizan, which was really very impressive. Yes, just as my parents came all the way to Japan and we went to see an exhibition of pre-Raphaelites, I came all the way back to England from Tokyo to see ukiyo-e. And why not? Afterwards we went up to North Lane, which has a feeling like Camden did 15 years ago, and then down to the lanes, having a tasty steak in the Ivy there, which I assume is affiliated with the Ivy in London and had a very fun, colourful interior. Very tasteful. It was a very enjoyable trip, and I smelt weed more times in one day than I have in 4 years in Japan. I'm ending the year in a very blithe sort of a mood, but that doesn't mean I don't still think it was a crap year. Mostly my problem is that I feel stagnant and like it's going to take a long time before the next achievements can come together. Not having a lot of money that I could freely spend most of last year didn't help. But I'm writing another book, but that's a long process, and assuming my agent likes it, it's still going to take a while to get another publishing deal. I've recorded the best drums I've ever done by a long way, but getting an album finished takes a long time, and the vocalist has to put some work priorities ahead of recording, so that's taking a while. I'm feeling increasingly distant from friends as they grow up and focus on families, and sometimes I do question whether moving to Japan was a good choice or not. My new job hasn't worked out quite the way I'd hoped, with very erratic scheduling and the kind of pervasive feeling that I'm not really fitting into the office culture there, so increasingly I'm getting less and less enthusiastic about going there. I mean, it's great money pro rata and substantially more than I would be likely to make if I came back to the UK, and who loves their job, right? But it's definitely not what I hoped it would be last year. It's not exactly a feeling of being stuck in a rut. Late next year my life is going to completely change as I sell a property, and the funds will allow me to completely transform how I live, as well as leading to some big important decisions about what's next for my Japanese visa. I think the annoying external factors that have been making my long-term relationship more difficult should hopefully get sorted out so that we can start living the life we want to live together, but we haven't had the means to reach solutions this year. And mostly I felt like I didn't get enough done in a whole year. You know, I spent months on a music project that should have taken 2 or 3 weeks, and I didn't do anything for YouTube for half a year when I wanted to start upping the frequency, and no algorithm cares about someone who uploads once every 20 weeks or something. Now, I'm happy I'm writing again, but there was a long period where I didn't, and of course I got a little bit fat again. Right now I think I'm the heaviest I've ever been. I got to this weight before and it was a lot of effort to slim down again. When I went to Japan I was very happy with how I was looking. Look how skinny I was in this video of my first trip to Seoul. I feel a lot better when I'm slimmer. I feel like I look a lot better, more clothes suit me, I look younger. You know, it's not like I was a fresh-faced spring chicken when this was filmed and just got old. It's mostly just weight, I think. Last time I slimmed down I had the advantage of moderately severe depression. About the only silver lining about that experience there can be, but that doesn't mean I can't do it again, and I plan to do so starting next month. I know, New Year's resolution to lose weight. Aren't I original? And talking of silver linings, were there any others this year? Well, I brought some cool stone lanterns for my garden. They'll always make me smile. I'll put together a video about those hopefully soon. And yeah, there were a few purchases that sparked joy, but that's pretty superficial stuff. I did have a wonderful time with a bunny I adopted, Miss Havisham, who I'll probably also make a full video about at some point. But sadly she was old when I got her and not in the best health, and she passed away this winter, which made me much sadder than I thought it would. Poor bunny. The time I had with her will make for fond memories though. Not sure how much this goes into the silver linings category and how much it's just another reason the year was crap though. Alright, so 2019 was a transitional year. My drums are recorded for what I think will be a great album. Half a manuscript is written that I hope will be my best novel yet, and the fact that I've had 3 books traditionally published in the US already puts me in a position, you know, a lot of people dream of all their lives. I'm making preparations for investments and possibly starting a business in 2020 or 2021. I want to keep making YouTube videos better and more frequent than before, and I want to keep traveling the world, seeing more, learning more, trying to make interesting videos to share the things that I find exciting. I should really try to strengthen the bonds I have with friends too, and probably try to make more Japanese friends in Japan. I'm seriously considering going to language school to finally learn the language properly. So, having managed to get all this out, even if nobody watches or has anything to say about it, I feel a bit better for just having vocalized it, you know? It probably helps to be at home with loving family and in the relaxed surroundings I grew up in, but yeah, I'm feeling on the positive side. 2019 was crap, there's no getting away from that. But 2020 can be a whole lot better. Let's make sure it is. Until next time.